Fake HOA officers threatened to arrest me until I flashed my federal badge. You ever have someone try to handcuff you on your own front lawn while you're still holding your morning smoothie? My name's Brandon Hill. I work for the Department of Homeland Security Threat Assessment Division. I don't wear a uniform, I don't talk about my job, and I definitely don't throw my badge around unless I absolutely have to. But this was one of those times. I moved into Woodridge Heights 6 months ago. Quiet streets, good schools, oversized mailboxes. I bought a corner lot with a little extra yard space because I love to run drills with my teenage son. He's trying to get into the ROTC program. Everything was fine until Karen showed up with her HOA patrol. That's what she called them. Three middle-aged men in matching navy vests, black cargo pants, and reflective sunglasses. They rode around in a repurposed landscaping truck with magnetic security enforcement. Decals slapped on the side. No badges, no real credentials. Just radios, zip-tie cuffs, and egos bigger than their boots. The first time they stopped me, I was jogging. One of them shouted, "Excuse me, sir. This is private property." I gestured to my house across the street. "I live right there." He squinted. "You sure about that? That should have been the end of it." But it wasn't. The next week I was washing my car shirtless when Karen approached, flanked by two of her patrol goons. "You need to stop that," she snapped. "Stop what that?" She pointed at the hose. "You're violating drought protocol. It rained yesterday." "I said it's in the bylaws," she replied. "I asked to see them." She said they were in development. That was my first red flag. I started asking questions, real questions, like who authorized this patrol? Who trained them? What insurance did they carry? Karen bristled. "You sound paranoid," she said. "No, I sound like someone who understands the law." Then came the morning. It all came to a head. I was out front stretching after a run, sipping my smoothie, earbuds still in. That's when the patrol truck pulled up fast, too fast. Tires screeched, doors flung open. Two of them came out yelling, "You're under investigation for repeated HOA violations." One barked, "You need to come with us," the other added. They started walking toward me like I was a criminal. I didn't move. "You touch me, I will respond accordingly." Karen arrived seconds later, filming with her iPad. "This is what happens when you ignore HOA mandates," she announced to no one in particular. The taller officer reached for his cuffs, and that's when I did it. I calmly unzipped my jacket. Clipped to my waistband was my federal badge. Department of Homeland Security, complete with ID and clearance tab. Both men froze. Karen stuttered. "What is that?" "What you should have asked for before trying to detain a federal agent on his own property." I turned to the officers. "Do you have arrest authority state backing a warrant?" They looked like they wanted to melt into the asphalt. Karen stepped back, suddenly quiet. Within minutes, I had local law enforcement on the line. I reported an attempted impersonation of peace officers, harassment, and attempted unlawful detainment. When the real sheriff arrived, I handed over everything: recordings, screenshots from Karen's group messages, even footage from my home cameras. Turns out Karen had made up her HOA patrol after being denied official security funding by the HOA board. She told her officers she was working with law enforcement and convinced a handful of residents they had enforcement power under the Woodridge Cleanliness Act, a completely fake policy. The sheriff's department shut it down. Karen was cited for impersonating a legal authority, misuse of emergency resources, and public endangerment. Her patrol partners were issued formal warnings and placed under review by their employers. But the community response, that's what changed everything. People were furious. Veterans came forward. Parents of kids who'd been followed by the patrol told their stories. A retired judge down the street said he'd received a warning citation for having patriotic flags out during a non-holiday. Karen's HOA privileges were revoked. Her patrol truck was towed for illegal signage. She tried to post a public apology. Nobody accepted it. Now I still run drills with my son, still wash my car with the same hose. And just for fun, I placed a sign on my lawn. This property protected by law and by someone who knows it. Because there's a difference between authority and ego. And when fake power meets real credentials, it crumbles fast. The end. You know?